Well, welcome to What's He Cooking. Today I haven't got a clue what I'm going to make. I'm just going to have a look and see what I've got in the kitchen and create something that hopefully will be edible. I've already gathered a few ingredients which you can see on the chopping board. A bit of coriander, spring onion, a few bits and pieces, nothing particularly too special. I've got the frying pan on there on a full heat. Going to chop these onions here, pretty much just roughly smashed. I'm going to use Lurpak. Normally I use coconut oil for cooking, but I've run out of coconut oil and the only thing I had was a bit of butter, and I actually prefer the taste of buttery stuff than I do to olive oil for frying things like onions. It all depends on what you're making, really. So I'm going to get a load of thyme in there, quite a bit. You can see it kind of splashing around in the oil. The video is not so clear. Quite a bit of thyme, and I want a nice amount of sage because it really gives it a good strong flavour. So before the butter starts burning, crumple the onions in there, separate them all up so they're all nice and loose. Get them in the pan. I like quite a lot of ginger. I'm going to start off by chopping a small piece. Oh, bollocks, and I've dropped it. So I'm going to use this other piece and I'm going to leave that other piece there. Shake up the onions, just get a bit of that butter and mixed up within all of them. And then I'm going to get these potatoes and just roughly chop them into the pan. It doesn't make any difference, just get them in there basically and mix them up so everything's coated nicely. Get all those herbs and buttery goodness everywhere. Now that that's done, I'm going to get on to preparing my garlic. I'm going to crush that down, take the peel off it. So that's the ginger and the garlic chopped down. I'm going to do the same with the tomatoes, just really roughly snip them up. Nothing, nothing special, just needs to be chunks of it really. So I'll give them another quick mix up, just so that they're nice and coated with all that yummy goodness. And then I'm going to break the rosemary down, which is fresh from the garden, and then I'm going to stick that all over the tomatoes because I want that to be mainly stuck to the tomatoes when it goes in the pan. I'm going to get the coriander, just going to snip them together, so I'm going to twist it. I do like a twist and roll type thing, that gives it a twist, so when you snip it up you end up getting much smaller pieces, which I find works a lot better. Just give them potatoes and onions a quick mix again, doesn't need to be particularly too special. I add a little bit more butter because I can see it's already evaporating off. It's why I prefer to use a bit of coconut oil. So another good dollop of that. I know it's unhealthy, but it tastes so good. So yeah, I'm going to get them in there and add in my tomatoes, garlic and a bit of the coriander as soon as I possibly can. Let's just get that bit of butter mixed in there. I don't want it too buttery. I like to keep that pan fairly dry. It fries a lot better. So yeah, I just add in a bit of that coriander, a bit more, might as well. It's delicious stuff. So get those tomatoes, ginger and the garlic, get them in the pan, doesn't really matter, just fire them in there and clean off the knife, give them a quick shake around, give them a quick mix up, get it all in there. Now I want this to be like a really sticky consistency, it's got to be quite solid. Get a bit of coriander powder, that's what we want, quite a bit of coriander powder in there. Nice, adds that extra flavour, coriander, you just can't beat it, man. Asian spices are just spectacular. So we're done with that, and then we want to get in a bit of the OXO cube, probably about half of that, or half of that will do, so that won't be too much of a problem. So let's get that in there, yeah, a little bit, there we go, half, lovely. So now I've got that in there, that's fine, just going to give that another quick mix up. You'll see it start sticking together now with all the juice of the tomatoes. You can see it's kind of getting gloopy texture. Absolutely delicious. It's just what we want. So you can see that sticking together, which is fine. And then we're going to get the spring onion, which I'm sure has seen better days. Peel off the outer layer there. I'm just going to chop this up dead quick. I'm going to use them on the top of the plate afterwards, basically, when it's all done. So now that's in there. It smells so good. I'm going to give it another quick mix around. I don't normally eat meat, and if I do, I eat the worst kinds of meat, so I'm going to use a bit of this pepperoni because I had cravings the other day for some pepperoni. I have no idea why. I'm mainly vegetarian, but for some unknown reason I was desperate to have some, so I bought some, and there it is. I'm going to use it today. Yeah, as you can see now, look at that, that's beautiful. It's all kind of sticking together as one big mass, all them juice from the tomatoes. Chop that up, whatever, yeah, get that in there. Once that's on, fantastic. And next, turn that down a little bit. Only needs to be on like a slow simmer now, it's just to keep the heat going through. And then we need some cheese. So I've chopped the cheese and I'm going to layer that on top just so that it kind of heats from underneath. Nothing really, it's pretty much ready to serve. So I'm going to get the spring onions and get a bit extra of that coriander on the top there. Get a bit of lemon, only need literally a few drops. It's just to help sit on top of the spring onion and the coriander. It's not for the whole dish, it's just literally for the topping. So you really don't need much. A few drops, as I can see, only just snip the top off that lemon, and that'll be that. So there we are, pretty much done and dusted. So I'm going to leave that sit for a moment. No, it looks like it's ready, so I'm going to take that off. Chuck that on the plate like so. Yeah, look at that, brilliant. Look at that last little bit off. There we go, done and dusted. So I'm going to wash this pan. And there we are, ready to serve. That's how we roll. So yeah, whatever you like, do whatever you want with it now. Serve it with whatever the hell you like. I like a bit of mayonnaise. Can't beat the stuff, especially with potatoes. Just bloody delicious. So I'm going to get a dollop of mayonnaise just to sit on the top there. Remember, subscribe if you like the videos. Like, obviously it all helps me out. I'm just starting out here on YouTube and would really appreciate you guys' support. So thanks for watching, guys. Nice one. I'll catch you next time. Bye.